Hi, I'm Matt Johnson, Product Marketing Manager for Camtasia. Welcome to today's big announcement. It's my pleasure on behalf of everyone at TechSmith to announce our next major release of Camtasia for both Windows and Mac. Now you'll notice I didn't say Camtasia Studio or Camtasia for Mac. There's a reason for that, and we'll get to that in a moment. When we started out on developing this major release of Camtasia, we had one thing in mind. How can we help our customers create amazing video without being a video professional? When you create video, you want to impress your audience, you want them to be engaged, you want your content to be useful, and most importantly, you want to make sure they watch it. With this release, you're going to be able to compete with the best videos out there without sacrificing the ease of use you've come to know from Camtasia or giving up fine-tuned control when you need to have it. In short, this release is a game changer. I'd like to welcome Kelvin Bookhoven to show us everything inside the next major version of Camtasia. Kelvin, really great to have you here.
Thanks, Matt.
Let's show this off to the world.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kelvin Bookhoven. I'm the Customer Solutions Engineer here at TechSmith representing Camtasia, and I'm really excited to show you guys today the new features in Camtasia. Let's dive in. First thing you're going to notice is that we've completely modernized and refreshed the user interface. We have all the features available to you here on the left side ribbon. Our media bin and library have also been moved to the left side of the canvas. As you can see, we have a bunch of different new assets for you guys to utilize. We have different animated backgrounds, a bunch of different icons, some motion graphics, and a fresh new music library of tracks that you guys can utilize.
Now, Kelvin, all these assets too, if somebody were to go out and buy all these, how much would it cost?
We did the calculations, and roughly they would be spending a little over $1,000 on all these different assets, and these will be included in the release for them.
That's amazing. Why don't we go ahead and show everyone some of the new assets we have inside product. You can see exactly what we're talking about. Those are some really amazing assets there. People are going to be creating great content with that, and they're not going to be looking like everyone else. It's such a great selection of assets for everyone to get started with in product. And more will be available on our website that you'll be able to download as well for both Windows and Mac. So really exciting. But we're just getting started with assets. We have something brand new to Camtasia and not something that you're going to find in any other video editor called behaviors. Kelvin, tell us about these brand new behaviors.
Yeah, behaviors are by far my most exciting feature that I like to talk about with this release. Behaviors build right off of that asset library for you. Any visual asset that we provide you, you can apply a behavior to. Now, what behaviors do, you can just simply add a piece of text to your screen. So add some sample text here for you guys.
Which, by the way, is something new in this release. You're able to edit your text directly on the preview window, or canvas as we call it.
Yep, and one thing you can notice as well is as I'm dragging and then resizing, the text will wrap and unwrap for you automatically. No need to adjust properties anywhere else. So we go to add some text to the screen here. Now I'm going to go into the behaviors tab here on the left-hand side, and you can see we have some pre-filled behaviors for you. All you need to do is click and drag that right onto the canvas to where we place the text, release the mouse, and you're good to go. Now it looks like you may have lost the text, but if I go ahead and preview for you, you can see exactly what that behavior did.
Now look at that. Beautiful, amazing. Drag and drop right out of the box.
Yep.
Now what if somebody wanted to add a little bit more control? Are they able to do that?
Definitely. All you need to do is have your marker right here on the selection that you put the behaviors to. And on the right-hand side here, we have this properties option with the little gear. And in there, you can select the behaviors. You can select when it goes in, when it goes out, and also what it does during the behavior itself on your video. So you can fine-tune anything that you want to fine-tune. You can do it right there on the canvas.
That's great. And not only is it something you can add to text, you can add it to images and video, and in fact create whole new categories of video that weren't even possible before within Camtasia. let's go ahead and show you a sample of just what this new functionality can do.
I think I'm most proud of the animations and behaviors. You can really do a lot of cool stuff in a short amount of time.
I really think that the new features that we put into Camtasia are going to create video that's a lot more engaging for our users.
When the customers open the new Camtasia, I want them to go, wow.
Yeah, for Mac users, there's going to be a lot of new functionality that people have been asking for.
When users open up the new Camtasia, I hope they feel like this is simple, I can do this.
That was an amazing video. It's incredible what you can now do with behaviors, the type of content to be created, and what went on behind the scenes to really make this possible. In terms of performance, it's got to take some kind of power to really pull that off and make that happen. What have we done on that side to ensure that Camtasia can pull that off?
Great question, Matt. One of the things that developers have worked tirelessly to make sure happen with this release is that with this release, you're going to have a full 64-bit version. Now, this is going to allow Camtasia to utilize those powerful machines that a lot of you guys have. Previously, Camtasia could only access a limited number of system resources as well as the RAM that you have in your machines. Now, we can utilize more of that RAM, more of those system resources, and more efficiently. On top of that, with the redesigned user interface, we also added that on-canvas editing. We added the properties feature. Everything can be done right there. So on top of the performance under the hood, we've got the performance on the canvas, so you guys can create amazing videos faster and get those out to your viewers.
So what that really means is somebody can take their content on the preview window, or canvas as we call it, edit it, and sort of what you see is what you get, and really do a lot of the design work there versus buried in contextual menus or other places as you had to do in prior versions.
Exactly. Also with the performance improvements, we've added the ability to edit and record on high DPI monitors, including 4K, and we've reduced the rendering times for projects.
That's really great. So now when you finish your video, you're going to be able to get it out to the world faster. You're not going to be waiting around a super long time for that to finish.
Exactly.
Now, Calvin, at the very beginning of today's big announcement, I announced that we no longer have Camtasia Studio and Camtasia for Mac. Why don't you tell everyone why that is?
Yep. With this release, we are as close to true parity that we've ever been before. With this, we're introducing a lot of the features that were specific only to Camtasia Studio on Windows to the Mac platform, and that includes quizzing. That was the #1 feature requested, was quizzing on a Mac. We're delivering.
Excellent. What else we got?
Also, we have cross-platform project sharing. So you can now take a Windows project, export it over to the Mac side, hand it over to a coworker who's using a different platform, and they can pick up the editing where you left off, and vice versa. With that, you can also bring an old project. So if you're using Camtasia Studio 7 or 8, you can bring that project up into 9 on the Windows side, and then immediately export that over to the Mac side. It's pretty much flawless.
That's amazing. You're going to be able to take a project with a common file back and forth. So if you have one machine at work and one at home, you're going to be able to take your work with you, or as Kelvin said, collaborate with others in a mixed platform environment. So all that's going to be possible with this next release, and which is why we're calling it Camtasia. We now have Camtasia instead of Camtasia Studio and Camtasia for Mac representing this new reality.
All right, Matt. We've showed them assets. We showed off the behaviors. We've talked about the performance upgrades, and we just showed them the cross-platform compatibility. When?
The good news is you're not waiting long. We're releasing in October, and we want you to get on the list and be notified as soon as this drops so that you're able to create amazing video from day one. Go to the link on your screen right now, sign up, get on the list so that you're notified when Camtasia drops and you're able to start creating video. Calvin, it's been fantastic. I'm so excited to see what our customers are going to be able to do when we put the power of the new Camtasia release in their hands. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in October.